Hi there, my name is Peter and I will be your commentator for this battle. I'm fighting on Slumbering Settlement versus the Rootmaster. He's actually not my enemy but my friend from YouTube, and this will be a cool battle to show you. On this map I usually like to set up like this. I'll put all my infantry, my bows and my spear naginatas into one part of the forest, and on the other part of the map I put my general and my cavalry. I do this because the general is the first unit and the only unit that cannot hide in a forest, so you always see it. That means that my enemy thinks, oh, so look at that, his avatar is over there, his army must be there. That is why I put all my cavalry to protect my general from the enemy cavalry if they decide to scout or send their cavalry for a fast attack, while I send all my infantry, and of course you have to have naginatas or spear units to protect your infantry, to go on the east side of the forest. So in this way the enemy is unsure where my army is and he cannot set up his forces accordingly. But Rootmaster is not a knob. He sends his Great Guard to scout this forest and he will probably see my infantry here. He also seems to have another unit of Great Guard and he sends it as backup, which is a sensible precaution because you do not want to lose your Great Guard, as it is one of your most important units and also one of the most expensive ones. But since the Great Guard is not light cav, it cannot find the unit so easily. But what I did here was, when I saw his Great Guard coming, I told my Naginata warrior monks to run, so he would think, oh look, he has spears, so I should mess with him with my cavalry. Also because his unit is a Great Guard and not light cav, he cannot see very far into the forest or scout more of my units. But here I make a mistake and click on run on my bows, so now he knows that my bow's here and he is going to assume that the rest of my army is here. Now while that was happening, I saw that his army was without any cavalry backup. His bows were at front and I wanted to scare him off, so I sent all my cavalry forward. He pulls his bows back. Now this is a little bit of a mistake. If you have Yari right behind your bows, it is better to push your Yari in front of your bows than to just pull your bows backwards, because doing that you can still shoot at the enemy while making sure your bows are safe. Now because his cav units were so far from his main army, I used this time to try and get on them with all 4 my cavalry units. Now here comes the twist. I did not expect this Yari cavalry to hit me from here, so my katana cav is about to get charged, and then he attacks it with a Ashigaru unit from the back. It rains down, morale is heavily damaged, and they die very fast. So just to help out, let me put this in slow motion, I send one of my Great Guard units to attack his Yari cavalry in the back, and I do make pretty good damage. Now up here, his second Great Guard is attacked by my Great Guard and my Yari cavalry, and it's also damaged very heavily and very fast. Now that leaves just his second Great Guard, which he for some reason micros very badly and just sends it all the way up there. I'm guessing he was trying to get a hit on my bows or my infantry, but was just too busy with the other micro. So I send my general over here. I do this because I want my cavalry to have the advantage of their general being close by and they won't rout so fast. I even pop my rally, so I make sure that I win this cavalry battle. Okay, so I lost this part. I lost my katana cav to this Yari Ashigaru and this Yari cavalry, but I did manage to completely destroy this Great Guard and take a chunk out of this Yari cavalry. Now I'm getting shot by his bows, but since all my cavalry is in the forest, that shouldn't make too much of a problem, although I did lose already 4 general bodyguards. So this Great Guard is taken down and this one is, well, forgotten. I'm sorry. It happens. So I'm pushing the rest of my army into run mode and coming up to this forest. Now he is wisely pulling all his army back to set up his lines again and expect the attack from this direction. His Yari cav is down to 24 out of 60 and his Yari Shigaru, well, they are barely damaged. Although I have managed to take out his Great Guard, but at some heavy losses. My Great Guard 27 out of 60, the second one 35 out of 60, my outer bodyguards a bit damaged, I have lost my Katana cavalry and my Yari cavalry is down 9 men. Now because his other Great Guard is so far away from his main army, I expect it to rout very fast, so I take my 2 Great Guards and my Yari cavalry and send them all to attack that Great Guard. Now I am going to go to play again, and let's see what happens. Now what I usually do when I'm attacking a single cavalry and I have the advantage, I will attack with one unit, highly spread formation, to make as much of an impact on the charge as I can, and then I will take 2 units to its flanks, one on each side, and then I'm going to circle around for a back and a flank attack to inflict as much morale penalty as I can. As you can see, the unit is already wavering, and now we have a flank and a back attack, and the unit is almost ready to rout. Just because this is a Great Guard, it has 15 base morale and it's now up to 18, but you see, back attack, front attack, flank attack, too many morale penalties, it just routs. So, now I have the complete cavalry advantage. I still have 3 cavalry units, although all are heavily damaged, but my infantry, my bows and my spears, actually naginatas, are all okay. You can see that my enemy, Rittmeister, has dismounted his general, which is a sensible precaution, especially if you lose all your cavalry. Now, let's see, he has a katana hero, some Naginata warrior monks, Yari Yashigaru, katana samurai, kudos for that. I mean, I hate seeing so many LS users. Wow, 48 to charge, very highly vetted, no dachis. And some more Yari Yashigaru, and his bow samurai and bow monks. Now, this combo is kind of strange. I mean, one heavily upgraded bow monk, sure, but a vanilla bow samurai, I guess it comes into some type of his strategy and can't really go deeper than that. So now I'm resetting my army. I have my bows in this forest just to make sure that I don't get shot at while I'm setting up my formation. They're in a loose formation because I'm expecting a skirmish battle. Now I have behind them my no dachis and my katana samurai, and on the flanks I send my Naginata warrior monks just to make sure I don't get attacked from the flanks by any units, and I can use my war cry in a much wider position, because if you use war cry here and over here, all the units on this line will get the debuff, and you can substantially diminish the enemy's defense and morale. Now I'm moving forward, and this is the moment where my enemy makes a slight mistake. These bow samurai do have the lower range, but he sends them too far away, because I'm already advancing. Now he does a good move and shoots whistling arrows on me, which reduces my reload speed, but since I'm not even in position yet, it's a kind of a little waste of time. But he does give me a good idea, and I use whistling arrows on him as well. But this time I managed to capture both of his units under whistling arrows. Now, just to make sure I'm not wasting any more time, I'm sending all my units forward. A bit not well coordinated, but it will do the trick. Now, what he should have been doing here is not targeting my bow monks. I should go to slow motion. Not targeting my bow monks, but my low armored Naginata warrior monks or my no dachis, because they would die much faster under arrows and are a bigger threat at the moment than my bow monks. Anyway, he uses a Yari Yashigaru into a spear wall formation, which is very good idea to stop my oncoming attack. I'll pause this for a second. I have sent my Great Guard to this flank, while I send my Yari Cav on this flank. He is also doing another spear roll here, just to make sure to defend against this Yari Cavalry. But on this side, he only has this Naginata warrior monks and this Yari Yashigaru to defend against these Great Guard units, but he's not setting them up into position. Now over here you can see that my other bow monk have started shooting at his units as well, but my first bow monk is, well, heavily destroyed, 21 out of 75, so he destroyed them very quickly, although he did pay the price because his bow samurai were out of position and very far from his army and got trashed by, well, a lot of units. So let's go into play again. Now, you shouldn't be doing this very often, charging no dachis into a straight line of Yari Shigaru, but sometimes you just have to take the hit. Now, I make several actually micro mistakes because I send these Naginata warrior marks too far on the flank because I wanted to flank this unit, and I also stopped with this Yari Cavalry just short of pushing it into his formation. He's now in stand and fight, while I'm not. Actually, another micro mistake. Now over here I do manage to push my Great Guard up, and I do also make a small mistake of attacking his Yari Shigaru with my Great Guard, which means that that unit has been wasted. Now I do pop my war cry, but he also pops his bonsai on these units of Nodachi, so that's not going to influence them much. I'll pop my rally and pop my stand and fight. Now this Yari cavalry has managed to get through these two Yari Yoshigarus, and they are charging towards his general in his stand and fight formation. Now he is counter-charging with me with his katana hero. Now I know why he did this. He had no more units to defend his general and he had to use his katana hero. But look at this battle line. We have my katana samurai, my Nodachis, my great guard, and my Naginata warrior monks, and this great guard that is getting by these Yoshigarus and Naginata warrior monks, and he would have had much more better solution to use this katana hero and attack these units and not just defend his general with a katana hero unit, which is not very good choice to defend against cavalry. Anyway, on this flank I have my Nodachis, which were unable to rally these Yoshigaru since they were in a spear wall formation, and he's also engaged me with this katana samurai. I've finally gotten these Naginata warrior monks to attack, but they've got stuck in this Yoshigaru pile, and they should be able to help me with some back attacks, flank attacks, whatever happens. Now over here I have a big problem. Since my lines were so thin, because I have only 5 infantry units, my general in his stand and fight formation got attacked by his katana samurai and his Yoshigaru. Now this Yoshigaru is now going to rout because it was ordered to attack my general, which reduces its defense bonus against any other units who attacked it at that moment. Now because my other unit of Great Guard was free at the moment, I used it to help out with my defense of my general, and I also sent my Katana Samurai, which were in close proximity, to defend my general. Now he also pops his war cry, but since my rally ability is on, there isn't really much to be afraid of. Now he popped also his own rally ability, and most of these units, as you can see, green, 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 almost across the board, all green morale. So only his units that are flanked, attacked from the back, are wavering and possibly soon routing because they just don't have any support. Now here I used my Bomax to get rid of this Katana Samurai unit that attacked my general, and my general is actually down to 19 out of 30. Now this Great Guard unit was able to push through here, and now I'm attacking his general again with my Great Guard this time. But then I remember, hey, look at this, I have a perfect opportunity to do a back attack. So instead of attacking his general now, I send my Great Guard to attack these Katana heroes, which he finally committed to this melee battle, this Naginata warrior monk unit, and this Katana samurai. And you can see already we have yellow morale, and of course the Katana hero, the permanent green morale. Now as you can see, most of his units are now dead. He has still this bow warrior monk unit, which is shooting, well, let's see, who are they shooting at? As far as they can see, they're shooting into the melee, which is not a bad idea. And so are my bow warrior monks, I'm targeting his Katana hero. Now you can see here that his general is now down to 16 out of 30, and I'm now targeting him with my Bomax because I want to break his morale. My Great Guard finished off its back attack, and now it's taking care of what's left of his bow warrior monks. And here we have the glorious victory. The Katana hero just cannot hold against 5 units attacking from each direction, and he bravely charges his general bodyguards away from the stand and fight and into an attack, but it finishes, well, very soon. So that was it. A very cool battle, and kudos for my enemy, actually my friend, for using Katana Hero and Katana Samurai instead of LS. Thank you for watching.